Dear students, now we are starting the new chapter called Recursion. Recursion, as the name suggests, means the repetition, reoccur, multiple times occurrence, again and again occurrence. This chapter, though it is given in the book as a separate, also in your syllabus, it is given as a separate part, but ultimately it is an extension of function only because recursion occurs only in the functions. What does it mean? This means if a function calls itself within the function body with a different value, this is called recursion. How it works, let me show you. Let me open a new file for you and let me keep its name as save. Let me save it in the desktop with a name called recursion. Now I will show you how this works. For example, I need to write a program to find sum of first and natural numbers. This program I need to make. What is the traditional way? I will find out the value of n, input, enter value of n. Now I will keep a variable s is equal to 0, and if I use for loop, so I'll say for I in range 1 comma n plus 1, and we'll say s is equal to s plus I. I'll get the sum of first all natural number. Those are increasing in the order of 1 1 1 1. So print, I can say result total equal to s. How simple it is. I put up value 10, then I got the sum 1255, which it should be. I'll change it in the function way. I write a function called def total. Let's say I pass some value num here. T is equal to 0, and this I moved into the function body. This is now T, this is again T. Instead of n, it is num, and I say return total n. This will work exactly in the same way. I got it. Now the loop is used as it is, as it was. Let me change this pattern. I say if num is equal to 1, return 1, else return num plus total num minus 1. Let me just show you first that whether results are correct or not, then I'll explain you this. It should be double equal basically. I said 10. Result is correct. How it worked? Let me show you. When I pass value 10 for this variable n, this changed to 10 like this. This 10 value comes here, and Because num was not 1, it returned this thing. Means it was something like this. 10 plus total 9. So this value was returned. So I will replace this like that. Now this 9 value again call the same function. So it will be 9. And this will be 9 plus total 8. So this will be returned to this thing. Instead of total 9, it will be like this. Similarly, it will be 8 plus total 7. In the same way, this function keep on calling itself again and again till the value of num goes 1, which will return 1 basically. So this will be the series sum of 10. So this is the simplest example I could have think as of now. Let me see some example of an arithmetic progression. You all have studied this arithmetic progression class 10th. Sum of an AP, let's say 3 comma 7, 11, 15, and number of terms are n. Number of terms are n. So what I will do is I'll ask the first term. Okay, A, enter first term. Okay, then I'll ask um, what I'll say, common difference, input, enter common difference. Then I ask n number of terms, input, enter number of terms. This is what I need to know. I need to find a SL. I can use the function also, the formula series sum. And this is, let's say, I'll pass on A, D, N. How it will work? This is num first common num. If num is 1, this means only one term is there, I will return first. Otherwise, what I will return is I'll keep on adding common difference to this. Okay, my first term is not this. I have multiple terms. First plus total, that is first plus common, which will be my second term now, and then num minus 1, num minus 1, which is nth term basically. So I call this function, this is my nth term. I'll keep it outside. Then I will add n minus 1th term. How will I add? First common. Let me auto wrap it somewhere. Auto wrap here. So this will give me n minus 1th term. And so on, it will keep on getting my previous term. Let me try this if I get some result. This series sum function name has been changed now. Oh, I have one parenthesis forgot here. My first term is 3, common difference is 4, and number of terms is 20. Oh, I have to call the same function name here as well. That is what the recursion is all about. So 3 minus 4 and number of terms are, let's say, 20. I got the result. So this is what the recursion goes in a simple terminology. But there must be some issues also. Nothing comes with only bread and butter. There are always some problems. Recursion also has some problems. So in the recursion, the basic problem is every time we are calling the functions again and again, and how the function call happens, the function call functions are stored in the stack, means one above another. In that way, the functions has to be called and executed with a different set of values. That's why it is always a costly matter. But recursions are good for small functions, for small operations. Where loop itself is repeated many times, it looks easier to work out and get the results without any hazards. That's it in this chapter. There is nothing more in this chapter. Thank you so much, beta. Do study hard. God bless you all.